welcome to another Therapy Thursday. And today we're going to talk about the different types of therapy, just in case you were wondering and as you are still figuring out if therapy is for you. So yeah, let's get into it. So one type of therapy is brief therapy or brief counseling or short-term counseling, and that's typically in between 6 to 8 sessions, and there's usually a very specific focus or a very specific reason as to why you're in counseling, and you're going to spend those sections diving into that, and other things might arise, but the main focus is that. And then if whatever the presenting issue is that you came to counseling with isn't handled within those sessions, then you will be referred out to continue more long-term therapy if you feel like that is what you need. And examples for that will maybe be grief counseling, or if you just had a loss or something very specific happening in your life, maybe a huge breakup, a divorce, any type of loss or trauma, or like a major car accident, just anything that kind of just happened kind of out of nowhere and you're not sure how to handle that. That is one of the main reasons for brief counseling, and typically those are just everyday things that everybody goes through. It's not even directly connected to a severe mental health diagnosis. So if you are going through something or something very specific is going on, that might be something that you can look into. And then there is more longer term counseling where you may have started out in brief counseling or started out specifically focused on something, a presenting issue, and then you realize that you want to dive in more to other aspects of your life, or that presenting issue actually uncovered some deeper issues or more issues, then you can go to longer term counseling. And typically there's no cap on that. It's just kind of however long you want to go. And I like to refer to that sometimes as maintenance counseling. Like typically those with severe mental health concerns will typically need longer term counseling just for maintenance and just to really help you dive into the everyday struggles that come with that. Then it just could be maintenance. Just maintenance counseling. You may not necessarily have a big presenting issue. You may not be diagnosed with anything, but you may just want to talk something through. You may just want another layer of support from somebody who is unbiased, who is not in your family, and who is clinically trained in counseling. And then that's just might be something that you just want to do. There are people who have been in counseling for years and who are not diagnosed with any mental health issue, and they are not there for a particular big reason, a particular loss in their life, or just any of the things that I mentioned earlier. They just are there just for maintenance, just to have someone to talk to and someone who is trained to kind of help navigate a thought process. So that is also another option. Then those are the main options for individual therapy, but there's also group therapy. If you feel like you are not either ready or not interested in individual therapy, you can do group therapy. And there are plenty different types of group therapy. It doesn't necessarily have to be at a counseling center with people diagnosed with a mental health disorder. It could just be a group of people who have a common interest in wanting to dive in deeper to that interest, whatever it is. You could have a group of first generation college students who meet every week and talk about what that process is like. And that's an example of just group therapy. And the reason why I personally like group therapy, I like being in group therapy, and I like facilitating group therapy, because the group dynamic is so powerful, and you can learn a lot from hearing other people's journey and what they're dealing with and how they're getting through it. And it also helps you not to feel alone, because as much as people tell us you are not alone, we all go through times where we really feel alone. And so just being in a group of like-minded people, really talking about things and diving in is really helpful. And if you think about just like having a chat with a group of friends that you have, or family get-togethers, it's just something about being in a group of people that just helps. So that's another option for that. So yeah, those are all the types of therapy that I want to talk about today. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to leave them below. And remember to love always. Bye.